Hi, Nicole here. Alright, this is like a take 20 on this video that I wanted to post. Whether it's my phone getting blown over by the wind or my kids coming out or my husband coming out. So I think this is the universe telling me to speed it up. So I'm going to get right into it. The topic today I want to talk about is forgiveness and the importance of learning that skill, practicing that skill or ability as much as possible, as frequently as possible, is really, really important if you are on this journey to a better you, to, if you saw my last video, I mentioned the law of attraction and, you know, what you put out into the universe and through your thoughts and emotions. If you want positive things in your life, you know, you want to attract that positive experience, you need to put positive things out there. So I'm going to make another video at either later tonight or another time, because I keep going into a story that's connected to me with forgiveness, and I think it's a really, really, really important topic to talk about and to put out there. It's about addiction. And I'm hoping my husband, my awesome husband, will let me share the story about our life and how it was impacted by his alcoholism. Thank goodness we're almost, this December will be 4 years of sobriety, but I really, really would like to share my story to help just put it out there, have people that are going through addiction, whether they are addicts or loved ones of addicts in some way, substance abuse of some way, a place for people to connect or see that they're not alone, to have some hope in my story perhaps. But I really would like to share that, the raw emotions of the journey and when we were sort of in the depths of despair and all that went through it. So I'm going to try to make another video on that. But for right now, to try to make sure that I'm not interrupted for the umpteenth time, let's just focus on the topic, forgiveness. So 2 things when we're talking about forgiveness is so important if you want your life to be the best life that it can be. A lot of times people will be like, I'm mad at this person. They don't deserve for me to forgive them. Why should I, forgive that person? They don't deserve it. And the reality of it is, very possibly, maybe they don't deserve your forgiveness. Maybe they did something that was really, really horrible. And that's okay. A lot of times when I think myself and others are talking about forgiveness, we're actually meaning for yourself to forgive, so you can give to yourself inside your soul what it really needs and deserves, which is happiness. And people that have trouble forgiving and letting go of things struggle with finding that place of happiness, because let's think about it. What emotions, if you are angry with somebody, what emotions are you feeling when you're thinking about that person or that situation where something unfair happened to you, or someone really broke your trust? What emotions? There's resentment, sadness, anger. Like I said, maybe you're feeling like it wasn't fair. Those emotions are not good emotions to sit in for a long time. And I am all about that. We have journeys and paths we need to go through, and the yin and yang of life. Okay, if you're gonna know happiness, you have to know sadness. You don't know black if you don't know white. So I'm not saying you should never feel emotions or hurt or anger. I think that there's a time and a place for everything. But what I am saying is that practicing being able to let go of those emotions and forgive, and the more that you can do that quickly, the more you'll be able to be in a more positive emotional state and attract and manifest those things in your life that you deserve. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel good about life. And so being able to let go and forgive others is not really about the other person. It's about giving your soul and yourself what it needs and deserves. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily justify that what happened to you was right. It's not saying that you forget what happened to you. I often say I can forgive. I'm not going to forget, but I can forgive. But if you can start to do it, it's really going to be the best thing for you, yourself, and your own expansion and happiness and growth. Because in the end, it just really holds you back. Those people that really fester on something that happened long ago, they can't let it go. It becomes a black cloud inside that just expands, and it holds them back. And actually, my other video I'm going to make about addiction, it can turn into a demon where you do things like self-medicating because you just can't let go of this situation or this person, and it can just really, really hurt you. So forgiving others and figuring out a way, if that's going and talking to somebody, or I don't know, standing out on your desk and screaming at the top of the lungs to get it all out, whatever it is, I'm hoping that you can start to forgive. Big things, little things, let it go, free yourself from it. And then the other little piece is not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. A quick little example is I'm a mom. I have 2 kids. I have several friends, other moms that I get together with. And we have our girls' nights out, and you know, almost every time we're out, at least one of us at some point will bring up mommy guilt. Guilt about working and not being home enough, or guilt that we can't give our child what we see other children getting, whatever it might be. And so when I talk about forgiving yourself, I'm talking about guilt. So holding on to guilt about something that you have done is another thing that's not serving you. It's not doing you any good, because once again, what's the emotions when you're feeling guilty about something? It's not happy emotions, right? So for me, if I'm just using the mom thing as an example, I have two strategies I do when I sort of sense guilt. And it's not always about mom things, but this is just the example I'm going with. One thing is if I'm sensing I'm feeling some guilt, I actually think about, okay, is this thing that I'm going to be doing, is it truly disservicing my children? And if it's not, I remember that if it's something that's actually going to be nurturing to me, that I shouldn't feel guilty about it, because nurturing myself and being in a good place is good for my children. They want and need a happy mom in their life. So I shouldn't feel guilty about these things that are going to make me a better person and therefore a better mom to my children. And I'm also modeling to my children that it's really important to take care of yourself. And I fully, wholeheartedly believe in that. You can't help others or be there for others if you are not there for yourself first. So not holding on to that guilt, recognizing if you're feeling guilty about something, and then asking yourself, you know, is it something that you can justify, like I just said? And if it's not, then once again, I'm thinking of a friend that's very near and dear to my heart, and she has a lot of guilt in a lot of different areas, and I just feel bad for her. But we talk a lot about her just really trying to practice that, to let go of those things that make her feel guilty, to do her best not to sit and dwell when she recognizes she's feeling guilty, taking a breath, taking a moment and doing her best to release herself. You have to forgive yourself. We're not all perfect, and we all make mistakes. And if you are feeling guilty or you can't forgive yourself, once again, it's really hurting yourself. It's holding you back in a lot of ways, and it's keeping you from being the best version of yourself. So that's all I really want to say about that topic. Like I said, I will create another video to share my story a little bit more around the topic of addiction, alcoholism. I think it's a really important topic to discuss. So I hope that you are in a happy place today, and I hope that if you are angry with someone or a situation, you can figure out a way to let go, forgive, so that you can get yourself to the place that you deserve to be, which is happy and moving towards all the things that you want in your life. So good luck. Peace.